Hey guys, what's up? It's time for another Barn Door Cycling video blog, and the first thing to talk about is this shirt. I mean, this is just classic, isn't it? This is my brother gave me this for my birthday. I'm 45. My birthday's in February, and I recently turned 45. And my brother decided I need this. This is like the ultimate Fred jersey. I'm not sure if my brother thinks this is cool or if this is like a joke. I don't know. When I looked at it, I was just like, oh my God. Yeah, thanks. I'll definitely be wearing this jersey, Mike. I really appreciate it. So on the front, it says, this one saves you money and runs on fat or something. It's got a picture of a bike. And on the back, it says it has a car, and it says, this one makes you fat. And in huge letters, it says fat, like right across the back. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's funny. I appreciate the gift. Thank you, Mike. It's a great gift, but I don't know. This jersey, not exactly my style. Maybe if I wasn't fat, it would be cooler. You might notice I haven't taken the tags off yet. Well, it's February. Let's go. There's a lot going on. I got a lot to talk about. This is kind of my one-man sort of podcast sort of thing going on here, the video blog. So I'm pretty stoked for riding right now. I'm pretty fired up. And let's just start with my condition first. About a month ago, I went to a doctor, a PA, hadn't seen before, just one here close to where I live. And I've been dealing with like chest tightness, arm tightness a lot lately. Generally, whenever I try to get on Zwift, like I'm doing right now, start training, and whenever my heart rate would get up into the, kind of like lower zone 2, our Thursday night races that Jeff Max has been putting on, the Southern Illinois Zwifters, which is a great group, really enjoyed that. I was pretty much blowing up in every one, unable to really ever finish one holding anywhere close to power. I know that I can pretty easily, in the past, I have easily, averaged 200 watts, had a normalized power of in the 250s, which isn't great in any way, but like it was good enough for me to like win D races, somewhat be competitive in some C races, flatter C races. But here recently, it just seemed like I couldn't do it, So I wanted to talk to this PA about the chest tightness and stuff. What I really wanted to do was just try some, this is probably a stupid idea, but try some nitroglycerin and see if like being opened up would make a difference. They didn't like that idea. Wanted to send me to St. Louis to see another cardiac specialist. I went through cardiac testing twice now because this is something I've been dealing with for years. On and off, more on than off. And they found nothing wrong. And I'm not dying. I'm more and more convinced recently that what I'm dealing with doesn't have a whole lot to do with my actual heart, but something is causing my whole sort of left side to feel tight and, unable to like circulate blood or something. And it doesn't just happen cycling too. I mean, it can happen jogging. It's something I've been dealing with a long time, and like it feels like it's keeping me from really doing what I want to do. But I have some news to report on that. I decided I would not go to St. Louis for more cardiac testing, which I'm 99% sure is just going to say there's nothing wrong with your heart. It's something else. I decided maybe it's musculoskeletal, and maybe it's somewhat a little bit mental. I'm not sure about that. Definitely mental. One of the things that I'm pretty sure of is that it's much less of an issue the more fired up, the more important an event is. Like a big race, I take ibuprofen. I almost always take ibuprofen before. I think a lot more about what I eat. I'll drink a bunch of Gatorade before the ride starts. Thursday night, I won my first ever Zwift race with our group, right? And it was a reduced group. I think there were 6 of us. During the start of the race, mentally, I always felt like I was in control. Like I was never really concerned about getting dropped. I never felt like it was even a possibility. And then about halfway through the race, I just, like, I knew I could win. Like, I was like, I think I could beat almost, like, almost anybody in our group. Maybe not Justin. Luckily, Justin wasn't there. He's got a pretty powerful sprint, just way faster than me. Way younger, too, Justin. Like 20 years or something. I just felt great the whole time. Like, it was just like, I mean, I was never really in the red. And I had a nice long, instead of like a lot of Zwift races, which just take off like rocket ship, had a nice long sort of start, build up, and that helped a whole lot. And I was able to finish, like, I got my heart rate up to 180. Hasn't been that high in a while. Maybe most of my problems just can be dealt with through better preparation. With that in mind, I built a schedule. I've always wanted to do this and I've never done it. So I created a schedule. I just posted it on Facebook and had some pretty good interest in the schedule. Really excited. 3 gravel races on the schedule, 3 criteriums, I think 3 mountain bike races, and several kind of fun charity rides that I'll ride probably pretty hard on. It always sounds like right now in February, it's like this is going to be the most important thing I do. As of now, I have a plan. It opens in March 2nd with the Dirty South. Was also really stoked to see the Dust Bowl 100, which I'm on the waiting list, commented on my post saying they might be able to help me with that. Really would like to do that race with my buddies, Hank and Jeff, doing it this year. Looks like a really fun race. Sean Hargis, he'll be killing it there. Won't be keeping up with them, but it'd be fun just to be there. And speaking of being there, Justin, I mentioned earlier, he's got big racing plans, I think, for the summer. And Rob's got big racing plans. Rob Landis is coming back. Rob was one of the, I guess, when I was kind of getting up into cycling more and more, he was the guy I looked up to. I'd like to make this into a project. I haven't really got a name yet, or that much of a plan, but something along the lines of, you know, like Hot Lap Summer. Maybe we'll call it the Southern Illinois Cycling Project Collective. Drew Dillman said something about, like, if you add collective or project to something, it just sounds a lot cooler. I agree. So maybe like the Soil Collective. That sounds pretty cool. And just go around and film my buddies. I'll do the Cat 5 race. This won't work very good on the gravel. I'll have to film the start. Film maybe like they'll finish a couple hours before me at the gravel races, but anyway, I can film my race at the gravel races. But like at the criteriums, I can film their race, get some pictures, and just kind of put together sort of like a documentary series about a summer of bike racing here in the lower Midwest. Got my gravel bike tuned up, in great shape. Got it, I did some great gravel riding last 2 weekends. Felt really good, especially last weekend, had a really good ride. Felt really strong. So maybe I'm turning the corner on this issue. One last thing, you kind of forget the past sometimes. I was looking through some old pictures. I used to take photos of the scale. I'd get on the scale, and I couldn't believe I saw that in 2015 I was about 80 pounds lighter than my heaviest weight. Right now I've gained some of that back, and that's been a real bummer. Really, the last 4 or 5 years, just kind of being stuck about 10 pounds lighter than heavier than my lightest weight. So that's a big goal for this summer too. Well, see you guys. Pay attention. Look out for the Soil Collective project. Later.